Welcome everyone, it's time for more Starfield, where last time we actually finished the Freestar Collective series of missions. That ended with confronting Ron Hope of Hope Tech, because he had been up to some bad stuff. Yes indeed, he was the one who hired the first to take care of the farms, not specifically but mostly around Aquila City. And he did it all to get his business back on its feet. That's not a good reason to do that sort of thing. So yes, we sort of took care of him. We could have let him go, so just give him a slap on the wrist and everything like that, but no. What's the fun in that? So we basically confronted him until he drew a gun on us, and we subsequently killed him. Lovely. So that's all done. I have been indeed promoted to a proper ranger now, which is very lovely. But that's about it. What do I think about the Freestar Collective series, or series of missions? I think it was just fine. It wasn't anything super special. A little bit of intrigue there at the very end. But yeah, you know what? Solid mission line, but nothing too much. So with that, what are we doing now? Well, at the end of the episode, last episode that is, I picked up 3 more powers. I have now a solar flare, which is basically me throwing a fireball, so that's kind of lovely. I have a reactive shield, which can indeed reflect enemy projectiles. I also never tried this one. I just realized, how does this look? So, bam. Maybe I should do this. Okay, so that's, okay. Bit of a shield, indeed. What it says on the tin. And then also we got was it gravity wave? No, that's, hold on. Personal, I had grav dash. I had the anti-gravity field. Was it creator's piece? Creator's piece, yes. I can compel people to abandon their weapons should I want that. That's kind of lovely. Alright then, well, that's that, but there are more tuples, and I think that I want to keep on going a little bit with that, which means that we need to go, not there, we need to go to, well, you kind of saw where we need to go to. We need to go to Vladimir, chat with him, because he apparently has some information about that. And I think that that is indeed where we are going to start this episode. And for that, we need to go to the Eye, because apparently we've cleaned the place up and using it as we did before. Hello,
Forgot
Vladimir.
to check the math on a few equations. The brain's long gone. Forgetfulness.
Uh-huh.
Spend so much time looking at the scans, I can see star systems orbiting in my head.
Well, isn't that lovely? So, I need more artifact temples. Do you have locations?
Got one. I'd go into the astronomical charting data with you, but clear as day just to point you right to it.
Well, isn't that lovely? So there we go, got it. So, Luiten's Rock, now that's an interesting name. By the way, I mentioned this in the last episode, because the game told me, people want to chat with me, potentially with regards to the Freestar Collective a bit, so why don't we... Oh, we've restocked. Well, isn't that lovely? Thank you. Also, we have some lockers. Have you restocked the lockers too, then? I don't know if there was anything in here, but whatever. So, yes, why don't we go into the ship and have a bit of a chat with people, see what it is that they feel that I have done wrong this time. And right at the beginning, we have Sarah, but she quite quickly got down. But she's waiting for me. That's lovely. We are in a romance, by the way. I don't know if that's going anywhere anymore. Sarah, hello.
Forgive me for pulling you aside again, but, well, there's so much to process right now. The emissary, the hunter, the unity, an entire multiverse. I can't even begin to wrap my head around it all.
Alright, so you're not wanting to talk about Freestar Collective then, I see. Also, by the way, yes, I do love the whole camera thing so much more now that we can, you know, look around a bit more. So, okay, there are indeed a lot of pieces to this puzzle, but I'm gonna say yes, I am quite overwhelmed too, yes?
Why wouldn't you be? The fact that we are the origin of the Starborn. Humans literally reborn by entering the Unity. The same, yet different. It's unbelievable. I feel like most of the knowledge we've amassed in the last few centuries about the universe has just been made obsolete.
I mean, to one point, yes, that's very true. Physics as we know it, not really relevant in this case. So alright then, knowledge is what got us to this point in the first place. Would you say it's complete obsolete? I mean, not everything, but stuff related to this. It's an exciting time to live. What kind of knowledge has been rendered obsolete? Oh yeah, in your take, what kind of knowledge?
Oh goodness, almost every facet of science. Astrophysics, physiology, evolutionism, grav theory, the list goes on and on. There are areas of study that will need to change, and some basic rules of science that will need to be completely blown up and reinvented.
I gotta be honest, how has evolutionism been rendered obsolete? This has nothing to do with evolution. That is to say, basic biological evolution. This is something completely different, so they are not relevant. But if you think so, that's fine. So, okay, yeah, not completely obsolete.
Perhaps I'm overreacting, but you can't deny there will be more than a few textbook chapters that need to be rewritten. We've been pushing further and further outwards from our home, when we should have spent more time being prepared for the consequences. Our current problem relates closely to the nature of humans as a species. This rushed curiosity has led us to enter the Unity and become Starborn.
Well, that's basically what humans do, isn't it? So yeah, and curiosity, one of the tenets of constellation, am I right?
It certainly is. Without curiosity, our motivation to explore would vanish. But in this case, there's a difference between exploring the cosmos and blindly entering the unknown without being prepared for the consequences.
I mean, that's also true. We need to be prepared. So human nature is definite fault here. It always is. You say this as though it's a bad thing. I don't think that would have made a difference. Is it really a bad thing?
Well, look what's happening right now. Here we are, caught in the middle of some sort of needlessly violent crusade between the hunter and the emissary. You'd think that a technologically advanced society would have evolved past petty squabbling over something like the artifacts. It almost makes me wonder if entering the Unity has done them more harm than good.
I mean, again, they're humans at the core. So, yeah. So I think artifacts are the primary reason Starborn reveal themselves to us. We should learn more about the Starborn before we pass judgment. That could be a good idea. I mean, we still only know about two Starborn. I've killed many Starborn, which is something we can talk about later. Maybe not right now. But, alright, what about the artifacts? Could they be the primary reason why the Starborn revealed themselves?
Oh, absolutely. Their arrival in our universe is much too timely to be for any other reason. It's also clear that the need to collect these artifacts are an obsession for them, almost bordering on an addiction. That leads me to wonder what the Unity has done to their minds and their souls.
I mean, one part there is very true. I mean, the hunter seems very single-minded at this point. His only goal is just travel through as many multiverses as possible, and he's done, to his own words, over 1,000, or maybe several thousand, which seems odd, seems a little bit too much, but you know what, he might be very, very efficient at it. So, yeah, I don't know so much about the emissary. I didn't really get exactly what the emissary was about, necessarily, other than just control, but like, control, is that about collecting? To some degree, yes, but
You okay?
I don't know. So, yeah, we should probably learn more about the Starborn, however, before we know enough to say anything about them, right?
Yes, I agree, but not at the expense of erasing our own existence. When you pass into whatever lies beyond, we don't know what will become of you. Will you remember your life as you knew it? Will the hunger to collect the artifacts consume your life like it's clearly consumed the Starborn?
I mean, that would have been an interesting question. I mean, when we were gathering powers, it would have been an interesting thing if we had gained like let's say, a status effect that was, you know, exhilaration or, you know, pure bliss or something. But so far, nothing really happens when we do anything. Our character doesn't really react. So, yeah, I don't know. So, okay. You'd let those questions stop yourself from entering the Unity. Or I don't know why you've pushed me this far, but now you're trying to talk me out of the final hurdle. Not really. She's just questioning it. You can always question stuff. Surprising come from someone who lives and breathes exploration. I mean, this is... to some degree, this is less about exploration and more about something else. So, I don't know. But yeah, would you let those questions stop you from entering the Unity then?
Of course not. I am, and always will be, an explorer at heart. My concern is how fundamental the change will be to ourselves as people. We don't even know if you'll remember anything about this conversation. I'm worried what that will mean between us.
Alright, well, you're a bit worried about that. I can see that. But talking to the hunter, it kind of feels like he does remember. I mean, he doesn't talk about specific conversation, but he definitely remembers me in, like, if not all of the instances that he has encountered me, but at least a lot of them. So he definitely has memory. That much we do know. So are you actually trying to talk me out of this?
I'm not trying to talk you out of it. Allow me to explain. As the chair of Constellation, I want all of us to have this opportunity to explore the Unity. It would be the pinnacle exploration of our lives. However, after we enter the Unity, we'll likely evolve. You and I, as we stand here right now, will essentially cease to exist. You're a respected colleague, and I wouldn't want to lose you.
That is also interesting, you know, because two of the people that we know that are Starborn are Aquilus, there we go, Keeper Aquilus, and Barrett. But what about Sarah? We haven't met Sarah yet, so presumably there might be a Starborn who's Sarah as well, maybe. But why would you lose me?
I'm not sure. I'm guessing based on what we've learned. Even if I accompany you into the Unity, the question still remains. Would we know each other anymore? Even if we did, would we care? Part of what I do as chair of Constellation is weigh the costs of our expeditions. And this one, the cost is extremely high.
Okay, I mean, I can calm you on that one, because the emissary and the hunter know each other. They have known each other for a long time. They know exactly who they are. So they've traveled many multiverses and still know exactly who they are. So I don't think that's gonna... Let me go, Sarah. Bloody hell, don't get melodramatic here. So if you're a colleague, then you'll have to trust that I'll make the right decision. This is something I have to do. Yeah, no, go for the colleague one.
Yes, of course. Of course. Listen. I realize nothing that I say is ever going to change your mind or diminish the enticement of this incredible opportunity. All I ask is that you research the facts before you blindly stumble off into the unknown.
I mean, I'm not gonna do it until I'm done with everything that is to do. Well, I say everything, but most of the things that I can do, that's when I'll do it. So there won't be anything left for me here anyway. So, I'm the cautious one around here. Not really. Maybe it will make you feel better if we enter the Unity together. Ooh, well, isn't that a nice marriage proposal?
I don't know if I'm ready to make that leap, but knowing we'd be doing it hand in hand would certainly make it more comforting. Well, I suppose I've ruined the moment again, haven't I? I'm getting quite good at that lately. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Just think what we discussed. I know I will.
We
Absolutely.
should have a talk.
I must
When you have a
confess,
time, of
the
course.
hum of a grav drive.
Do you
Makes me
still want to
feel
chat? Is that true?
Ron Hope was a real piece of work, wasn't he?
There we go. There's the Freestar Collective chat. Maybe I should always try to remember to chat to these people a little bit more frequently. So, okay. in some ways I feel bad about the guy. No, I do not. He was a despicable person.
Despicable is too kind a word. He held innocent people with little regard, treating their lives like numbers on a balance sheet. It's an absolute disgrace.
There we go. But what do you mean? No, we don't even need to ask that. So, couldn't agree more with you, Sarah.
I'm relieved to hear you say that. Letting him off the hook would have been a terrible injustice.
And that's why I didn't. So it wasn't Ron's... Okay, let's start at the bottom. Given what I've done, I'm frankly surprised that you approve. Honestly, it wasn't Ron's Hope's fault that Paxton Hall took things too far. It's a shame that the well-being and livelihoods of hundreds of Hope Tech employees are now in jeopardy. Probably isn't. Taking a bribe to overlook his crimes would have been a horrible thing to do. There we go.
Had you taken the money, this would have been a very different conversation. I'm proud of you. It took a lot of integrity to say no to that offer.
If I make a second playthrough of this game, by the way, I am definitely going more evil. It's weird, because both in this game and in Baldur's Gate 3, I'm not playing evil characters, which is very unlike me. I tend to play evil characters, but for some reason lately I've not been doing that. I need to get back on that, damn it. So anyway, I don't hope those folks are going to lose their jobs and hope they will understand. Still wonder if I made a mistake. No. Money isn't everything. That's true. It's a bit, but not everything.
No, it certainly isn't. Especially when it comes at the expense of human lives. Well, I think I've lectured you enough. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me.
I mean, you didn't lecture me that much, and that, I think, is done. Done. Now,
I'm up for a little
Sam.
adventure.
Hello.
Freestar Rangers. You did their dirty work and then some. So how'd you feel wearing the badge?
I think he doesn't want to talk too much about the Unity and everything. So, alright. Loaded question. Not really. Felt kind of good, you know.
Well, good on you. It takes a certain type of person to thrive there. Me, I never cared much for being a ranger. Too many of them try to force the world to be only black and white when it's anything but. Take Ron Hope. I mean, the guy's a legend. Before him, Polvo was a desperate, depressing place. Everything he did was to keep his people employed, to keep Hope Tech standing in a backstabbing world of megacorp politics.
So, impressive accomplishment, sure. But no, it was probably just power and greed with him.
I really hope you're wrong. But you probably aren't. Tough call on what to do with Ron Hope. Taking his hush money wouldn't have set right with me. But I wonder what's going to happen to Hopetown without him.
There are people to take over after him, so that's not a problem. Couldn't leave myself. I took that bribe. People died. Mr. Hope has to face justice. He's dead. Why are we having this conversation? But I'm now curious about what this is about.
I think Paxton Hall went out of control. But no doubt Ron Hope bears some responsibility. As much fun as it is being a ranger, I hope you can start focusing on Constellation business. There's plenty of mysteries left in the good old Milky Way to discover.
And yes, indeed, we are done with Freestar Collectives, absolutely.
When the time's right, I'd appreciate a chat.
Oh, okay.
So we know the answer. Who are the Starborn? Well, we are. We're some cracked mirror version of ourselves. The whole thing seems unreal.
Oh, of course you do want to talk about the Starborn. Okay, Starborn are people, seems crazy. You theorize they were people outside the Seven Systems. Score 1 for you. Yes.
Yeah. Who's keeping track? You know, yeah, +1 for Team Sam. I was hoping the Starborn were somehow so advanced that their concerns were cosmic, significant. Instead, they're fighting over goddamn toys like we've been doing since caveman times. It's just a stupid game to them. And all their deaths and suffering, now relevant.
Yeah, as I said, they are humans. That's what humans do. Just because they're Starborn doesn't mean that they've lost that human touch, you know. But yeah, Unity isn't necessarily a toy. I don't think he's talking about Unity. He's talking about the artifacts, or isn't he? I don't know. Profound implications. I think it may be more complicated. The motivations to appear to be, well, human. Yes, indeed.
And they seem to be just as messed up as the rest of us. So the Unity is a gateway. A gateway to countless possibilities. And you have a chance to go through it. Imagine. I'd be lying if it doesn't sound like the adventure of a lifetime. I don't know if you're taking anyone with you. But if you take me, I got no idea if I'd go through or not. If it weren't for Cora, I'd jump on it in a heartbeat. Cora would probably shove both of us out of the way and dive in first. Born explorer, that girl.
Ooh, that's right. I can take Cora. Lovely. No, I already have my mind set on that, I think. Well, I don't even know if I'm going to bring Sarah. That kind of means that I probably have to have Sarah with me, doesn't it? And I don't care about having a, a companion, so we'll see. I don't want to go to another universe. An opportunity like this is why Constellation was founded. Pure exploration. There we go.
Exactly, right? I know it's your decision who to work with. But you gotta remember that the Hunter murdered our friend. Sure, the emissary may be a version of Barrett, but he's not our Barrett. But that doesn't make what the Hunter did right. Not by a long shot. If the Starborn are party crashers from different universes, I'd side with the one that's not willing to murder innocents to win.
Hold on. Barrett isn't the emissary. Barrett is the... No, never mind. Never mind, I got that wrong. You're right. You're right, absolutely. Barrett is the emissary. The Keeper Akulis is the hunter. Yes, never mind. I got that completely wrong. But I'm on the same page as page about the hunter, you know, as you are.
Excellent. Glad to hear it. My head is still spinning. Maybe after a few nights' sleep it'll be clearer. Take care.
So there we go. Activities done. And let's now find Andrea. And I mean, do I want to go back to the lodge to chat with the people there? Is that something we care about? Not 100% sure. But let's at least find Andrea. I was about to say, this desk is the wrong way around, but no, that flips up. Never mind. I also haven't been doing any, you know, work around the place so far. We also have Omari Hassan here. But that's a-okay. Where is Andrea? We can talk to Cora too, I suppose. I haven't really been talking to her at all. Because the game hasn't really told me to do that.
Books.
Uh-huh. You talking to me?
Yes.
Uh-huh. What about books?
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you have more books, or can you buy me more books? With real pages, a spine, the whole package. My book allowance is all gone and Dad won't get me more. So, books?
Hey, don't let her con you out of more credits. Her book allowance damn near bankrupted me.
Dad, this is between us.
She's looking this way. He's not here. But, okay. Plenty of books on the computer. But yeah, what kind of books are you into?
I like books about quantum theory and astrophysics. Or science. Or horses. Did you know that it wasn't until after the Industrial Revolution that horse speed was the maximum civilization speed for centuries? All of society was built upon horses. Imagine what they must have looked like for real. They look smelly, in a good way.
Ooh, horses are not around then. But, okay. I have completely forgotten about giving you books. Need to try to remember that then. But you can also have 50 credits for a book.
Oh, Dad, you've made the best friend ever.
Well, now you done it. Now you can get pestered about books nonstop.
Yeah, a small price to pay for my education. Now the important question. Pizza. Favorite topping? And please don't say cheese. Dad loves boring old cheese.
I mean, you have cheese on all pizzas, so that's hardly a choice. Plain cheese pizza, bloody hell, that's boring. Meat, whatever sandy, that's a nice one. Yeah, meat. Meat is always good.
Did you hear that, Dad? Meat! We have you outnumbered!
We could always get one of each.
No, you lose. I have decided that I will stay. You have the Cora stamp of approval. I, seem to have left my stamp back on Dad's ship, but imagine it there, on your arm. Cora approves.
Well, I would have wished for no more.
Can I help?
Lovely. So, Andrea, you're just chilling here. Hello.
Your investigation with the Freestar Rangers has come to an end. Are you satisfied with the results?
I'm quite happy to have killed someone. That's always lovely. So, but in the end, yes. Not satisfied, but it had to happen. So, bad scene all around. No satisfaction, not really.
I suppose not. This Ron Hope, supposedly a man of the people, was more concerned with profit than lives. He was not the first, and certainly will not be the last.
That is potentially true, yes, but you are surprised by that, huh?
Surprised? No. Just disappointed. Another who chose greed over all else. At least he will no longer be able to prey on others. I am unsure that death was preferable to justice. But at least the situation is over, and there is no question who was to blame.
That is exactly true. He got what he deserved in the end.
Fair enough. I will certainly not miss him. And now you can consider yourself a ranger in full.
That is very true. So, honored to wear the badge, ranger lucky to have me. Imagine what I can get away with now that I'm a ranger.
No, I would rather not. And I sincerely hope that has not been your main motivation in all this. Shall we find some other adventure to occupy us now?
Absolutely, but also you probably want to talk about the Starborn. For that, you need to get up, apparently.
Can
Lovely.
we speak for a moment?
Yes, I'm trying to. You're making it difficult.
So, we finally have all the answers. And yet here I stand, feeling like I understand even less than I did before. This talk of the unity of a multiverse? Dead friends appearing again? It is all simply too much.
I mean, it is a whole lot, that is true. It does add... It all seems to add up. Yes, it does because it does. Bloody hell, Cora. Chill out, Cora. You don't seem too happy. There's only one way to prove whether it's true. Someone has to enter the Unity. That's true.
And you think it is just that simple? It would seem to me that verifying this is much like verifying the idea of an afterlife. If this is all true, as the Starborn say, then passing through the Unity will allow one to know the truth. But whomever does that will then never be able to report that truth back to the rest of us. What good then does it do us?
What do you mean? Of course you can. The whole point about being a Starborn is you can traverse universes. You can absolutely go back. Have you not listened at all? That's the whole point about the Starborn. They get the ability to travel between the universes, so you have that wrong. Okay, or I have, and you really have not understood. Cora, for the love of God. So the existence of Starborn here in our universe backs it up. There's always been the mission, learning the truth no matter what. If you ask me, this beats dying to get answers. Maybe not necessarily, but it is our mission.
We did not, could not, have understood that our mission would bring us here. If this is true, it changes so much of what we know about the universe, and we have no way to know unless we make this leap.
That is absolutely true, yes. I mean, we couldn't have known, but now that we're here, the mission is still on, you know. I don't want to see things through. We need your support. We need to finish what we started. There's too much at stake to do anything else. We have to see where this leads, what Unity is. That's the true one, I think.
Yes, I understand there are profound implications to all of this, but I do not see how you can be so eager to follow in the footsteps of the Starborn. Even if everything the Starborn have said is true, if you pass into this Unity and come out in some other universe, look at who they are, and what they have become. They have the faces and voices of people you know, but are nothing like them. Are you not at all worried that the same fate would befall you? That you would become someone unrecognizable to the rest of us?
I mean, that's just basic human progress, so I don't feel that that is necessarily a reason not to do it. So this is happening, you better get on board. Bloody hell, I'm being a bit blunt to her here. This is all just a theory, hypothesis. Until we have all the artifacts, let's focus on that. I understand that what you're saying, but I have to see this through. This is what exploring is all about, taking risks, venturing into the unknown, yes.
Now you sound like Sarah. But you are not wrong. I will do my best to assume the best, but you cannot blame me for preparing for the worst. We should get back to it. Now that we know what to work towards, there's no time to waste.
Lovely to have chatted with you. Alright then, there we go. Good to have had that done, and yes, as I said, we probably should do that just a tiny bit more often. And apparently the next temple is not far away, it's over here. Ah yes, this one. Did not think that we would be going to this place, but I have been here at some point, I think. But now we do have a scanner anomaly, so let's head over to Luton's Rock and see about that temple. Well, isn't this a lovely place? Okay, it's a bit of a cloudy day with a touch of radiation. On this occasion we have sort of the similar thing that we had like one of the other planets, where we have the, or rather one of the anomalies of this planet on the way, basically. So this can have a bit of a stroll. Maybe not the most enticing gameplay necessarily, but you know what? That gives us a chance to chat a little bit about what I've been thinking about the Starborn, which is you have the Hunter. He's a lone guy. He's been doing this all for himself. He's been traveling thousands, by his own words, universes to get untold numbers of powers, because as far as I'm aware, the artifacts themselves don't do anything, right? The only reason to gather the artifacts is to get... Oh, hello, level up. The only reason to get the artifacts is to get the Unity, or the armillary / Unity. That's why you gather the artifacts, but then you have the powers. If he's been gathering equal amounts of powers, as I have in this universe, he has millions of powers, I think. Well, maybe not millions, but like he has several hundred thousands of powers. Is that true? I don't know, but that's a thought I had about the Hunter. Like, how does he work? I don't know. The thing I had about the emissary, together with his friends, is that the Starborn that I am killing, like, where are they from? Because the whole point is that you're moving between universes, but somehow every single Starborn right now seems to be converging on this universe, and I'm killing them left and right. Like, that seems like a waste, and it feels like the Starborn that are coming after us here generally belong to the emissary, right? Because they're the ones who want to sort of, you know, work together with each other. But all the unnamed Starborn, who the hell are they? And like, how long have they been doing this for? They seem almost surprisingly, you know, not interesting in some ways from the game's perspective, which I find that a bit weird. It kind of sits a bit wrong with me that the Starborn are so anonymous, apart from the emissary and the Hunter. I mean, they are someone, so to speak, in this universe. So Barrett and Keeper Aquilus, but the remaining Starborn, they're just nobodies, and I'm, as I said, just killing them left and right. It feels weird. It really feels weird. Alright then, let's go and have ourselves a little bit of a puzzle, and then potentially kill more Starborn. At least one. Maybe they are ramping it up even further and having more of them, but I suppose we'll find out. There we go. Big flash, and we are good to step through the gate. Lovely. Let's see what we get on this occasion. Out, gun out. There we go. Bloody hell. No, he doesn't seem too difficult. And I'm even stealth from him. Okay. One thing, by the way, I want to say that too. When you saw the little video, in the middle of the sort of constellation bit, there is a symbol. And this one looked sort of like a yin-yang sort of thing. That's now gone from here. Like, why don't we get those little images? I don't get it. But we have gotten this one, Sense Star Stuff. Okay? Bind yourself to the particles of creation, sensing the life force of any human, alien, or Starborn. Ooh, we can get that kind of an ability. Well, we'll try that out immediately. So let's just use that. So how well does that work? Not too well, apparently, because I cannot see him. Ah, no, I can. You're over there. So this is an ability that's kind of nice to have. You've completely ignored me, haven't you? That's lovely. So, okay. Oh, are you... Hold on. No, you are behind. Bloody hell, how far away did you go? There you go, there he is. Oh, missed him again. Missed him again. There we go. You're gonna go down, sir. Maybe not. Right. He really doesn't sort of know where I am, which is amazing. Oh, bloody hell. There we go. Oh. Now he's doing powers and stuff, which is lovely. There we go. He's dead. He did leave some blood behind. And also we still don't know the physiology of why they are just evaporating. That's also lovely. It's okay. For some reason we moved to... Which did we move to? A Light in the Darkness, apparently. Yes, I apparently do have some... I have 2 more stories here. Now, we did, however... Or was this just that this is... No, I have more. Okay, I've gotten 1 more power. You know what? I want to do something else. So what do I want to do? Not Revelation, obviously. We have just small stuff for Rejugen. So you know what? Crimson Fleet, yes. So, you know, yeah, here we go. We can potentially just end the episode with this, because we can make it a slightly shorter episode. Go back to UC Vigilance, because I have apprehended a couple of people, and they have said that I can go and chat with them in the brig. And I haven't done that, so I kind of want to do that. So, yeah, you know what? Why don't we do that, and then in the next episode... we get back to Crimson Fleet. Because it now was a while since I did that, and I'm thinking we cannot have that much left with the Crimson Fleet. We are getting the comm spike, and after we do the thing with the comm spike that I now sort of forgotten about, isn't that like the final thing? We're finding the what was his name? Oh wow, I've forgotten all the names. But basically the bounty, wasn't it the bounty? Yeah, the bounty that we're trying to find, and we find that with the comm spike, and when we found that and, you know, dealt with it, surely that's gonna be the solution. It's not solution, but like the final bit of that mission, I think. Maybe, I don't know, we shall find out. But now, let's return to UC Vigilance, and it might actually be that I do have evidence, because it literally says so. So, yes, let's go there. So,
once we get rid of all
back.
the pirates,
You're looking very stern there.
This mission will be tricky. The comm spike will be heavily guarded, but I trust you can do it without violence.
Well, I shall try
Early
to.
reports say your mission on the
Hello?
Siren was a success.
This mission is going to require discretion on a number of fronts.
Okay, can I give you any evidence?
Excellent. Let me have it, and I'll upload it to our database.
Okay, and also the key's been getting its medical supplies from the clinic. That's a good one.
Damn it. I knew those supplies had to be coming from somewhere, but I never expected them to be leaking directly from the clinic. I'll have to contact MAST and let them deal with this. Freestar Collective territory is out of my jurisdiction. That it?
Well, it's not out of my jurisdiction, as I am a ranger. So,
understood.
Well,
keep searching and you're bound to find more.
I mean, I should be able to do that. All right, so
we'll be here if you need us.
About anything. Now let's find the brig. I have no idea what the
Colony
brig
System
is.
Defense at your service.
Suppose we'll have to just
Deaf
look
Marines are the best of the
about
best.
it. Everyone and their mother is going to talk to me while I move around here. Not through
Vigilance is our flagship.
here,
There
it
it
looks
goes.
like. No doors or anything like that.
A lot of
Have
us
I
had our
seen
doubts
it
about you,
before?
but you're really making
So I'm not
progress
100%
with
sure I have. These are just
Sentiments are
tubes,
shifting.
not human tubes.
I saw
if
one
you
of the
know what I
ensigns
mean.
get an Alpha Centauri from Officer Petrosian the
That's
other day.
just
The man takes
office.
his job very
Usually,
seriously.
no, I don't. Stay clear when opening. This is a thing I should be able to use to get through places, isn't it? I don't know. Not right now, it seems like. So, what about here? Is this where I want to be?
I miss the sun on Jemison. Once I get
I
time
don't seem
off,
to be able to
that's the
get
first
in
place I'm
anywhere.
jumping.
This is kind of weird. Should I not be able to... I mean, it doesn't say anything about what this is.
I could have joined any division in the UC Navy. I chose SysDef.
Cool story, but yeah, I don't... This is just operations center, so I suppose we're not supposed to be here. Let's get back to where we get in, then, because that's just... Yeah, I don't know. We'll see when we get down. Ah, yes, here we go. Docking ports, but also the brig. So, the brig is... That's docking ports. Brig is this way. Is this the brig? No, docking ports. Docking ports. So where the hell is the brig? Is it this? Is it through here? I'm gonna assume so, maybe. Another door. Shoof, shoof, shoof. Are we? Yeah, we're going to not the grib, the brig, but also storage. Requires computer, you say? Intriguing. Which computer? It's very exciting. Can't get through there either. Here's the brig.
Sir,
Bloody
if I
hell,
may
this
speak
is...
freely?
This ship
Is
is a
there
bit
reason for the harsh reprimand?
bigger than I thought it
As
would
far
be.
as I know, I just tracked a little mud into the brig.
Soldier, have you ever heard of trenchfoot?
Can't say that I have, sir.
Well, they say guards on Suvorov would sometimes trudge through cold, frost-wet trenches on their daily patrols. Prolonged wetness led to circulation and nerve damage, aka trenchfoot. Unable to perform, those guards were taken off duty, and security suffered, all because they didn't take the time to properly dry their feet. You see where I'm going with this, don't you?
I do, but if I may, I would argue that we're not on some frozen planet, sir.
But you tracked in mud from your last mission. You brought in any number of microbial lifeforms, known and unknown, into my brig. These are direct threats to the health and safety of this crew, and by extension, the security of this brig. On my brig, cleanliness is a duty, and I suggest you take this duty seriously. And if not, I will have the commander relieve you of it.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Heard you had to board the Siren of the Stars. I was on there once, for a tribute to my ancestor. I never felt more out of place.
Officer Petrosian likes books. Sometimes I feel he'd prefer a library to the brig.
So, has everyone said what they wanted to say? Oh, Bethesda, you put effort into the most pointless of things. I mean, it's nice for world building, but holy crap, you could have spent the time, the time spent on those voice recordings for something else. Alright, then I do want to chat with you
We'll keep the brig
first.
ready for any pirates you bring in. Welcome to the brig. As a member of SysDef, you may talk with the prisoners as long as you are mindful of operation security. As a personal rule, I simply ask that you adhere to UC Navy standards of cleanliness at all times. That means no mud on your boots, your hands are washed, and you are free of any contagious diseases.
Well, how about a general cough then? But what about the cleanliness, yes? Why, you seem to be a stickler for that.
Besides the fact that it's healthier, a sanitary brig is important for station security. In my experience, a prisoner will hide a shiv under a flake of dust if you let them. The cleaner a space is, the easier it is to spot irregularities, both inside the cell and out.
I suppose that's a clever way to look at it, I think. So, yep, I am neat and tidy myself, don't worry.
Excellent. And all that being said, I understand your mission directive might call for flexibility on my part. So if you need to be a rum-drinking, swashbuckling pirate to do your job, then I will do my best to clean up after you.
I mean, hopefully not now. So, oh bloody hell. You know what? You're not the
As you
person I'm
were.
here to talk to, so screw you. We do not need to ask you a million questions. Who have we brought in? Who have we brought in? I have brought in you. Who are you? I don't remember. But hello. Okay, chat with you. Austin Rake, yes, the guy who was supposed to kill someone.
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience? Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted SysDef to go easy on me. The truth is a bit more complicated than that.
Well, how about you? I don't even remember who you are. Truer words have never been spoken, but on this occasion, no, it's fine. So truth is always complicated, that's why no one wants to hear it. But no, okay, fine. Why don't you explain it to me?
Sure, I got time. You see, at my age, you know who you are. And I've always been a thief. I'd swipe a cred stick for my own mother if it had enough zeros on it. But even in a group of cred-hungry thieves, a man has to have a code. Rules.
So the fleet has rules, you know. All rules are made to be broken. But you're probably talking about the honor among thieves thing.
I do. You finish a job, it's supposed to be done. You get the rush and the relief. But in the fleet, doing the job isn't the hard part. In the fleet, you gotta worry about the guy sleeping next to you, and if he's gonna take a bigger piece of the pie. You gotta wake up the next morning and wonder why your slice is missing and the crumbs are stuck to his face.
Well, that's a bit sad, I suppose. So, alright. Well, what about SysDef then? Why don't you work there? They're not gonna steal your pie. So Neva mentioned you changed your identity. But yeah, what about the medical supply ship then? Why did you join that?
Well, for one, they don't have much in the way of loot, but they're still important to somebody. You can't just blow up one without it showing up on SSNN, or a UC captain getting a 10-inch stack of slates on his desk. But more importantly, do-gooders are predictable. The pirate code changes depending on who's reciting it. Honest folks, they have a habit of writing their rules down. Why did I join the Regana? Truth is, I just wanted a good night's sleep.
I suppose that's fair then. So what about the changed identity?
Yeah, I've had some work done. If you got the Crimson Fleet on your back, you would too. As for the name, that was actually the hard part. You can use 100 different aliases and the system will just add them to the list. Now you can pay a guy to delete the list, but nothing's ever really gone forever. Neva probably paid the same guy to hit rewind, and here we are.
I see. So, yeah, any chance you would be willing to work for a SysDef then?
And put a bigger target on my back? As far as I'm concerned, the brig is the safest place I can be. The second you drag me into some private room, you're basically telling everyone here that I'm a rat.
I mean, I suppose that's fair, yes. This is a safe place. You got a nice place too. I mean, it's a bit of an open space for the toilet, but I mean, you've sort of relinquished the right to anything else, I suppose. But so, alright, that's cool. And there's some money for my parents. So, no one else down here, but judging by the number of cells, are we supposed to be able to fill all of the cells? That's interesting. I think I have at least one more. Yeah, here we go. Hello. Hello. Who are you, Larry Dombrowski? Yeah, what's up?
Salutations. I assume you're here to commemorate my terrible misfortune?
No, I'm actually wondering why you are in a full spacesuit when you are in the brig. What's up with that? We are not able to talk about that. Assuming the fact that you incriminated yourself with the audio recording.
Ah, yes, the infamous evidence that you procured. Bravo, detective. Allow me to congratulate you on your sleuthing skills. That recording was quite a find. I must admit that I was short-sighted when it came to Ms. Swith's ingenuity. I shall not make that same mistake twice.
That would be a good idea. So, alright, you brought this on yourself, you know.
I had assumed you would say that very statement. How predictable. I'm almost disappointed. Well, as much as I detest being the bearer of bad news, I have to disclose that you're wasting your time. You see, this imprisonment is merely an insignificant hindrance. I don't foresee being incarcerated in perpetuity. In fact, I would wager that my legal team will have my release expedited within the month.
I mean, we'll see about that. But yeah, how do you expect them to get you out of this mess?
I only had the time to explain the wondrous loopholes of the UC's justice system. Do you honestly think that I'd embark on an endeavor with Miss Swist and Mr. Vera without a legal exit strategy at my disposal? I can assure you, I won't be imprisoned aboard the Vigilance for an inordinately extended period of time.
Well, happy that you think so. So, you know what? I still enjoy putting you off the pedestal.
Well then, allow me to reinforce your sensation of schadenfreude. Due to your actions, my tenure with Galbank has been terminated and several million credits in fines are being levied against me. The day is yours, Agent. You should be proud.
Ooh, I absolutely am. Appreciate the compliments, sir.
You're quite welcome. Well, enough idle banter. I've taken up more than my share of your valuable time. Honestly, this interaction has been quite pleasurable. Do feel free to stop by and gloat at any time. Good day.
Yeah, he is taking it very well, but also, again, why the hell are you in a spacesuit? That is a bit weird. So, that would be... Oh, hello. What's up with this? Why is this all black and everything, or dark? Why is it black? Why is it dark in here? That's a bit curious. Anyway, there we go. Those are the two that I have brought in. Lovely. Had a bit of a chat with them. I am not going to talk with you, even though you had a lot of stuff to talk about.
One thing I'll say about
an,
Petrosian,
interrogation.
It keeps a secure brig.
You're a bit of the fluffy side, like it. Anyway, that's that done then. What are we doing in the next episode? We are going for Crimson Fleet. Not for that one, we're going for this one. So it is back to the lock. No, sorry, the key. The lock was on the planet, the key is in the space. So, also, Sandstar stuff, no, let's not have that. Let's have Personal Atmosphere, still the best skill. I am also gonna, while we are recording, pick up a skill which is Sharp Shooting next rank, critical damage against the enemy legs, which is quite nice. Gonna move up into all critical damage against enemies by 50%, which is very, very nice. I have another point I could spend on something. We are still looking at, let's say, spacesuit design, get that up to the next rank. Also weapon engineering, obviously, but botany is again something I am a bit interested in. Security is fine. Piloting would be nice, so I could hold off on that. Could get my boost back up a bit, that's absolutely true. We also have Persuasion, get the final rank of that. I haven't been doing a lot of Persuasion lately though, so I don't know. Theft, I haven't really been doing a whole lot with. And obviously there are stuff in here. I have completely ignored physical, by the way. There are things that could be interesting, I suppose, but I mean, I'm not about taking damage, so, you know, making sure that I can avoid even more not taking damage doesn't really help me so much. But combat slide, is that interesting? Not really. Food and drink more effective? Absolutely terrible. Physical damage reduced? Again, I'm not taking damage, so that's absolutely fine. There are stuff, however, that could be interesting, like carrying capacity. That's one thing, and oxygen could be interesting. But other than that, I don't feel this. What could be interesting in it is outpost management, because we can. I mean, I don't care about that, but additional crew could be interesting. Additional robots, but again, I also don't know exactly what that does. Like, why do people in outpost matter? Because I have no idea. Leadership, again, I don't care about that. Instigation could be interesting, but you know what? We are not going to talk too much about that. In the next episode, we are getting back to the Crimson Fleet. We have been gone for quite some time, so I think that it's no more right than us just to go in there and having a bit of fun with them again. So for now, this has been ghostmutgaming with me, Christopher. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.